Spanish with Michel Thomas, recording 8.
To wait is esperar. To hope and to wait, esperar. So if you want to say I'm waiting would be
espero.
Yes. That single push is very important whenever you want to express, which you will do all the time. Mostly you will be talking in the present tense, meaning the push into the present, the push into the syllable before last. The one exception where you don't push down is estar, because you are is está and not esta, because esta means this. So donde está? You may ask for information. If you want to say, I want to find out where it is. To find out is to inform myself, would be, I want to inform myself.
Quiero informarme.
Right. Quiero informarme where it is.
¿Dónde está?
Right. ¿Dónde está? So está is the one exception where you do not push down on the syllable before last. So again, let's go back to wait is esperar. And I am waiting would be
Espero.
Espero. And you are waiting, or he is waiting, or she is waiting would be
Espere.
once more.
Espere.
Guess I got the signal very clearly. My Spanish ears tuned into the ending to know who is waiting, and I couldn't make out who's waiting. The push was good, but you still, the ending still has to come out clearly without pushing it. So he is waiting would be?
Espera.
Right. Espera. Espera. If you say espere, you know what that means?
Wait.
Right. That becomes the imperative,
Yes.
That becomes the command. Because we are only playing in the present tense, we're playing with two sounds, a and e, which you don't hit, however. You wind up with the two sounds, a or e, after you push down. But if you switch, or if you cross over, then you are in the imperative and the command. So again, why are you waiting would be?
Porque espera.
Right. Once more.
Porque espera.
Right. Now it was clear. Porque espera. Yes. So what the push, espera, now one gets the message. One gets the signal that you're in the present tense or in the imperative, which is in the present tense. Now, the ending has to come out clearly without hitting it. So once more, why are you waiting would be?
Porque espera.
A little more.
Porque espera.
Right. Porque espera. Espera. How would you say, why don't you wait?
Porque
Why don't you wait?
Porque no espera.
Right. ¿Por qué No, espera. Whether you use do you and don't you, and yes, it's all present. Okay. Now, in English, you wait for somebody. To wait for. In Spanish, esperar, to wait, is used in the sense of to await. So if you want to say in English, I'm waiting for you, in Spanish you don't say para usted, but you will say, I'm awaiting you, which would be, I'm awaiting you, I'm awaiting you.
Le espero.
Right. Le espero. Le espero. Or if you is Roberto or Roberta, instead of le espero, you will say
Te
te.
espero.
Right. Te espero. So te espero or le espero. He's waiting for you would be?
Le espera.
Right. Le espera. Or él le espera. Or ella le espera. He or she is waiting for you. They are waiting for me. They are awaiting me.
Me esperan. Esperan.
Right. Yes. So say it again. They're waiting for me.
Me esperan.
Yes, but I still want to hear the N without hitting it.
Me esperan.
Right. Me esperan. It's very important not to make, not to say me esperan. Yes. So you don't hit the ran, but esperan. Why are you all waiting would be?
Porque esperan. Run.
Right. Run. Yes. So once more. ¿Por qué?
Porque esperan.
Right. Porque esperan. Run. No, if you're talking to Roberto, to Roberta, why are you waiting for me? Why are you waiting for me?
Porque
Are you awaiting me?
porque me esperas.
Right. Say it again.
Porque me esperas.
Right. ¿Por qué me esperas? So it will be easier for you if you push down a little deeper. So we are waiting would be?
Esperamos.
Right. So for we, you go to the whole verb, esperar, but you drop the R and pull in the mos, esperamos. How would you say, why don't you wait for me, Señor?
¿Por qué no me espera?
Once more, you're talking to one person.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué no me espera?
Right. ¿Por qué no me espera? You're talking to Roberto. Why don't you wait for me?
¿Por qué no me esperas? Esperas.
No me esperas. You're talking to several people. Why don't you wait for me?
¿Por qué no me esperan?
Right. Good. That was clear. How would you say, wait?
Espere.
Yes. Now you switch tracks from A to E. Espere. Momentito. Espere. A little moment. Momentito. Espere. How would you say, wait for me, meaning await me. Wait for me here. Await me here. would be?
Espéreme.
Right. Espérame aquí. Okay. We are waiting for you.
Le esperamos.
Right. Le esperamos. If you want to say, shall we wait for you? You just say in Spanish, we're waiting for you. You just use the inflection to a question.
Le esperamos.
Le esperamos? Shall we wait for you? How would you say? Try it. If you want to say, let's wait here. Whenever you want to say let us, let's, that expresses in English an imperative, a command. So therefore, if you want to say let's wait, instead of esperamos, you change the amos to
No, nos.
to what?
Nos.
No. Instead of amos, instead of the a, you change it to
Hemos.
e. So a becomes e, becomes emos. We are waiting would be
Esperamos.
esperamos. But let's wait.
Esperemos.
Esperemos. Esperemos aquí would be let's wait here. Esperemos aquí. So if you want to say we are buying it,
Lo compramos.
right? Lo compramos. We are not buying it.
No lo compramos.
No lo compramos. Let's not buy it,
No lo compremos.
right? No lo compremos. Now you change the amos to emos. No lo compremos. How would you say we are selling it? To sell is
Vender.
vender, right?
Vender.
So we are selling it.
Lo vendemos.
Right. Once more.
Lo vendemos.
Vendemos, right. Lo vendemos. We're selling it. Let's sell the house.
Vendamos.
Right. Vendamos la casa. How would you say, don't wait for me?
No me espere. Espere.
Why not? Yes, sure. No me espere. No me espere. Don't await me. No me espere. How would you say, wait for me? Await me.
Espérame.
Once more.
Espéreme.
Right. Good. Espérame. Espérame. Wait for me. If you want to say, I'm waiting right now, I'm in the midst of waiting, I'm in the process of waiting, there you will say, I am,
Estoy.
and now you will use the ing. I am waiting, I am, estoy, and waiting, depending on the track, to wait is on the R track, esperar, becomes esperando, ando, where you have the N for the ing, not to be confused with ado and ido, which was the diving, just the D, ado and ido. Like I have waited would be
Esperado.
esperado. He esperado. I have waited. Yes, that is the diving part. He esperado. I have left would be, what is to leave?
Salir.
Right. So I have left.
He salido.
Right. He salido. Ado or ido. When you dive. But the ing is ando. The end of the ing. Ando on the R track and yendo on the other track. If you want to say with estar, yes, I am, estoy ando or estoy yendo, depending on what kind of verb you use. If you want to say I am waiting right now would be
Estoy esperando.
right. Yes. Estoy esperando. So you can say I'm waiting, espero. Le espero. I'm waiting for you. Yes. But if you want to say I'm right in the process of waiting for you, le estoy esperando. Or if you want to say just generally I'm doing it, the little one is
Hago.
it.
Lo hago.
Lo hago. But if you want to say I'm right now in the process of doing it, would be
Lo
estoy
haciendo.
right. Lo estoy haciendo. So we have either ando for the ing, ando, or yendo. Lo estoy haciendo. In English, we do use a lot the the so-called progressive tenses with ing. So in the present tense, I am, whatever you're in the process of doing, estoy, ando, or yendo. But we also have in English a past tense with ing. I was doing it. I was waiting. I was preparing it. We have the ing, the ing, preceded by was or were. So, whenever you have ing preceded by was or were, wasing or wearing, that makes it the past ing. Which means, so that you get right into it, I want to show you that in English, the difference between the present ing and the past ing is that in the past ing you have wasing and wearing, meaning a W for was and a W for were. Wasing and wearing. W-ing. Whereas in the present tense, with the ing, there's no W. I am doing it, he is doing it, we are doing it, they are doing it, no W. So if you have the ing without W, just the present tense. Or whatever you are in the process of doing, you can use estar, estoy, or está with ando and yendo, because it's the present ing. But the past ing is preceded by the W of was and were, W-ing. I call it the wing tense. I want to show you how to get into the past ing form. It's easy, again. In Spanish, the wing tense is expressed depending on the track. If it is an R verb, you have aber. Like esperar would be esperaba, for I was waiting. Aber. I was speaking would be hablaba. Hablaba, yes. I was buying it would be
Compraba.
lo compraba, yes. I was preparing it.
Lo preparaba.
Lo preparaba. So we have aber, if it is on the R track, and ia, just ia, on the other track. So I was leaving would be
Salía.
salía. I was eating.
Comía.
Comía. I was doing it.
Hacía.
Lo hacía. I was buying it.
Lo compraba. No.
No, just
Lo compra. No. Lo compró.
yes.
Praba.
Right. Lo compraba. I was selling it.
Lo vendía.
Right. Lo vendía. So that aber and ihr, that goes for I, for he, for she, for it, for you. It's all the same. Aber and ihr. So again, I was preparing it would be
Lo preparaba.
he was preparing it.
Lo preparaba.
Right. Lo preparaba. You were preparing it, Senor.
Lo preparaba.
Right. So it's all preparaba, except for they, you add an N, and for you, Roberto, you add an S. So you, Roberto, were preparing it.
Lo preparabas.
Lo preparabas. They were preparing it.
Lo preparaban. Preparaban.
Yes, once more.
Lo preparaban.
Ban, right. Yes. Aban. Lo preparaban. So I was doing it would be
Lo haceba.
no, either depending on the track. Aber or on the other track it's I.
Okay. Lo hacía.
Right, lo hacía. He was doing it. Lo
hacía.
Lo hacía. You were doing it, Senor.
Lo
Lo
hacía.
Lo hacía. You were doing it, Roberto.
Lo hacías. Lo hacías.
Right. Lo hacías. And they were doing it.
Lo hacían.
Right. Lo hacían. Yes, lo hacían. He was telling me.
Me decía.
Right, me decía. I have not understood what you were saying.
No me decía.
No me decía would be you were not telling me.
Okay.
No, I have not understood.
No
I have not. You dive.
he
No he.
comprendido.
Right. No he comprendido. No he entendido. Either way. What middle?
Lo que
Lo que you were saying.
hablabas.
That is, you were speaking. Okay. Hablaba, you were speaking or you were talking. But you were saying or telling would be lo que.
Lo que decía.
Lo que decía is right. Very good. No he entendido, no he comprendido lo que decía, what you were saying. In Spanish, that form, the aber ihr, that what I call the wing tense, in a way expresses a line, a straight line in the past. If you want to say, I was doing it, could be a short line. Yes, I was doing it for a short period of time, but it can be a longer and longer and longer period of time, a very long period of time, indefinitely long. There's a straight line in the past. I was doing it. But in Spanish, unlike in English, the aber ihr, that wing tense, expresses not only the straight line, I was doing it, but also a broken line in the past, which in English would be I used to do it. Or I did it very often. I did it every day. I did it all the time. So whenever you have that broken line in the past, though in English you just say I did it. Whether I did it just as a dot in the past or as a broken line in the past, in English there's no difference. In correct Spanish, and especially in the in literature, you will see it very often. You will find the aber and ihr that will not express just the wing, wasing and wearing, but also a broken line in the past. If you want to say, he did it every day. In Spanish, that would be a broken line, which would be
Lo hacía
todos los días. All the days, or every day, todos los días. Lo hacía todos los días. So again, if you want to say in diving, it's ado or ido. There are few exceptions. We have hacer. You remember when you dive is hecho, which means done or made. Which means in diving, you dive after have, hemos a, an, us. You can also dive after to be. It is done. Está hecho. Like in English, it is done. Or I have done it. Lo he hecho. Está hecho. If you want to say, I prepared it, or I have prepared it, would be
Lo he preparado.
Más por?
Lo he preparado.
Preparado. Ado. Oh. Lo he preparado, yes. But you can also say it is prepared. The dinner is prepared. La cena
Está preparado. Preparada.
right. After to be, you will match. La cena está preparada. So I accepted, or I have accepted the condition.
Aceptado
Right. He aceptado
la condición.
la condición.
La condición.
Yes. All the IONs have an accent on the O. So we have hacer is hecho, and the friend of hacer is
Dicho.
dicho. Yes, dicho. From decir, dicho. So I have told you would be
Le he dicho.
le he dicho. Yes. You haven't told me.
No,
No.
no me ha
Ha, yes.
dicho.
Right. No me ha dicho. You have not told me. Why haven't you told me?
Porque no me ha dicho.
Right. ¿Por qué no me ha dicho? Another exception for the diving part is to see, ver, which is visto. V-I-S-T-O. You probably know the word vista, a view, la vista. Yes, so visto is seen. So I have seen it would be
Lo he Visto.
Right. Lo he visto. Lo he visto. I haven't seen it yet. I still have not seen it.
Todavía no lo he visto.
Right. Todavía no lo he visto. Poner is another exception. It's a go-go. Puesto. Puesto. For put. So, where did you put it? Where have you put it?
¿Dónde lo has puesto?
Right. We have put it here.
Lo hemos puesto aquí.
Right. Lo hemos puesto aquí. To forget is olvidar. Oblivion. Olvidar. How would you spell olvidar?
O-L-V-I-D-A-R.
Right. O-L-V-I-D-A-R. Olvidar. So, how would you say, I won't forget it?
Lo olvidaré.
Right. I won't forget it.
Lo olvidaré.
Once more, I won't forget it.
No lo olvidaré.
Right. No lo olvidaré. Re. We won't forget it. I'm sure. The word for sure is seguro. Yes, secure. Yes. So, I am sure would be
Estoy seguro. Segura.
right. Estoy seguro for you, segura. That we won't forget it. Okay?
Que no lo hemos.
We won't. What does it mean in English? We won't forget it.
We will not forget it.
We will not forget it. Yes.
No lo olvidaremos.
Right. Yes. No lo olvidaremos. I didn't forget it. I have not forgotten it would be
No
no
lo he
olvidad. You dive. Well, in diving, it's either the ending ado or
ido.
ido. So,
No lo he
right. Now you dive.
olvidado.
Right. No lo he olvidado. No lo he olvidado. To leave is salir, but to leave something behind has nothing to do with leaving, with going away, but to leave a message, to leave the key on the table, to leave something behind is dejar. Dejar, spelled D-E-J-A-R, dejar. The word for message is recado. 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 R-E-C-A-D-O, recado. Recado. So, I've left a message for you.
Le
I left a message would be
he dejado
right. He dejado
un recado
right. Un recado. He dejado un recado for you.
para usted.
Right. Para usted. To spend time, to spend for time is pasar, to pass. It's a pastime. Pasar el tiempo. So we have spent much time would be
Hemos pasado
right.
mucho tiempo.
Right. Hemos pasado mucho tiempo. Yes. So we didn't spend much time. We have not spent much time.
No he,
We have not.
no hemos
Pas-
pasado
right. No hemos pasado much time.
mucho tiempo.
Yes. No hemos pasado mucho tiempo. If you want to say that is a very good idea. That, do you remember that?
Eso.
Eso is right. Yes. Esto would be this, and eso that. So that is would be that is a eso is
Es.
eso es a very good idea. Una
Buena
idea.
idea.
Idea. Yes. So it is not a bad idea. No es una mala idea. Es una excelente idea. Idea. So how much time did you spend would be?
¿Cuánto tiempo has pasado?
Right. ¿Cuánto tiempo? A or as or an, depending on who you're talking to. You're talking to Roberto, has pasado. To prefer is preferir. And I prefer would be
Prefiero.
push down a little more on the E.
Prefiero.
Right. Prefiero. So I prefer staying here would be
Prefiero quedarme aquí.
right. Prefiero quedarme aquí. Yes, to remain myself here. Prefiero quedarme aquí. To feel like. In Spanish you say tener ganas. To have the desires, ganas. What you gain is the ganas. Tengo ganas. Tengo ganas de would be I have the gains, the likings to the. Yes. So if you want to say I feel like staying here would be
Tengo ganas
de
quedarme
quedarme aquí. Yes. I feel like being here with all of you would be I have the gains.
Tengo
Ganas
ganas
de to be
estoy say Sarah.
well. Ser would be to be as a characteristic, as a permanent characteristic of them. Yes, who one is, what one is, but not where one is. Where and how is not ser, but
Esther.
what's more?
Esther.
No, is to be a star, not an Esther.
A star.
A star. So I have gains, meaning I have the desire, I feel like, would be tengo
Tengo
ganas
Tengo ganas
de To be.
A star.
Estar, right. The estar here,
Aquí
yes. With all of you would be con ustedes.
con ustedes.
Yes. So again, how would you say, I would like to see it?
Me gustaría
Right. To see it.
verlo.
Right. Me gustaría verlo. I would like to make a reservation.
Me gustaría
To make?
hacer una reservación. Reservación.
Right. Me gustaría hacer una reservación. So you have me gustaría for I would like, and also quisiera. Quisiera hacer una reservación, either way. How long do you plan on staying? Would be?
¿Cuánto tiempo
For do you plan, do you remember, do you think to stay?
piensa
Very good.
quedarse?
Right. ¿Cuánto tiempo piensa quedarse? To ask is preguntar. Preguntar. I would like to ask you would be?
Le preguntaría.
Oh, me preguntaría. You just said...
Le.
Hmm?
Le.
Oh, le. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes, le preguntaría would be, I would ask you.
Oh. Me gustaría
Right.
preguntarle.
Very good. Me gustaría preguntarle. Is that clear? Yes? Me gustaría. I would like. But le preguntaría is I would ask you. If you want to say, I would ask you later, would be?
Le preguntaría más tarde.
Right. Le preguntaría más tarde. Or I will ask you later.
Le preguntaré
Right.
más tarde.
Yes. Or I'm going to ask you later. Where's I'm going? I'm going.
Boya.
Boya, of course. So I'm going to ask you later would be?
Voy a preguntar.
You.
Voy a preguntarle
Right. Voy a preguntarle later.
más tarde.
Right. Voy a preguntarle más tarde. Yes. I'm going to call you later to ask you if you can come see it with us tonight. I'm going to call you later.
Voy a llamarle más tarde.
Right. Voy a llamarle más tarde. Yes. Or I will ask you later would be le llam. Instead of I'm going to ask you later, you can also say I will call you later. I mean, le llam.
Llamar.
I will.
Llamaré. No.
Yes, but you have to hit. It's only.
Le llamaré.
Yes, there's only one hit, and that hit is at the ending.
Le llamaré
Right. Le llamaré later.
más tarde.
Right. Le llamaré más tarde. Yes. Now, whenever to in English implies in order to, in Spanish you will have to use para. Para means for, but in front of a verb it means in order to. Even if in English very often you may not use in order to. to implies usually in order to. But if and whenever to in English implies in order to, you will have to use para. So if you want to say I'm calling you in order to know, would be para saber. Para, yes. You may have noticed Spanish speakers, when they speak, often when they speak English, they will say, for to ask you, or for to know. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
Because they think that para means for, and since they use para also before a verb, they will say for to know, for to ask you, for to buy it or whatever. Because you use para in the sense of in order to. So let's go back to the sentence. I'm going to call you later.
Voy a llamarle más tarde.
Right. Or I will call you later.
Le llamaré
Le llamaré.
más tarde.
To ask you. Now, to ask you would imply here in English, I will call you later, I'm going to call you later, in order to ask you, would be
Para preguntarle.
right, para preguntarle, in order to ask you. If you can come, see it with us tonight.
Si
You can
puede
come.
venir. Venira.
Right, venira, see it,
Verlo.
verlo with us.
Con,
With us would be con nosotros, with us others. Con nosotros
con nosotros
tonight.
esta noche.
Right. So, again, voy a llamarle más tarde. I'm going to call you later. Or le llamaré más tarde. I will call you later. Para preguntarle. In order to ask you. Or para saber. In order to know. Si puede venir, if you can come to, venir, verlo con nosotros, with us, esta noche. At what time do we arrive tomorrow? Would be
¿A qué hora
yes. To arrive, you remember?
llegar?
Right? So, do we arrive?
Llegamos.
Right. Llegamos. Yes. So, ¿a qué hora?
¿A qué hora llegamos?
Tomorrow.
Mañana.
Right. ¿A qué hora? Llegamos mañana. If you want to say, I've just seen it. In Spanish, you say, I just finished from seeing it. Acabo is I achieved. Acabo, I achieve. Acabo de. Acabo de is used for I've just. It's a very easy way to express the past tense without conjugating, without doing anything, because it's followed by the full verb, by the infinitive. So if you want to say, I've just left, would be acabo de.
Salgo.
No.
Salir.
The whole verb, salir. Acabo de salir. Acabo de is I have just. He has just acaba de. He has just left would be acaba de.
Salir.
Right. Acaba de salir. It makes would be
Hace.
hace. Hace is also used for ago. Hace 10 minutos would be it makes 10 minutes or 10 minutes ago. So acaba de salir, hace 10 minutos would be he has just left 10 minutes ago. I've just seen it. I have just would be acabo de.
Berlo. Berlo.
Right, say it again.
Acabo
de.
berlo.
Once more.
Acabo de berlo.
Yes, but put it together. Acabo de.
Acabo de.
Right. I mean, it's in two words, but in speaking, acabo de. Acabo de for he or you or she is acaba de. Yes, or acabo de for I. So acabo de berlo. Or I've just arrived here 2 days ago.
Acabo de salir. No.
Not left.
Llegar. Llegar.
I don't know.
Acabo de.
After acabo de, you use the whole verb.
Okay. Acabo de llegar.
Right. Acabo de llegar aquí 2 days ago. It makes 2 days.
Hace 2 días.
Right. Acabo de llegar aquí hace 2 días. Yes. So you can express the past tense with acabo de and the full verb. So even if you say I've just arrived here 2 weeks ago, would be
Acabo de llegar
here.
aquí
It makes 2 weeks.
hace
Only one push.
hace
No.
hace
No. You are in the present time.
hace
Right. Hace dos
Dos.
semanas.
semanas
Semanas.
semanas semanas
Semanas. Is for plural. Semana is week, but weeks, you have to hear the S for plural in English too. Weeks, semanas. Yes. Hace 2 semanas. So
hace hace 2 semanas
right. So acabo de llegar aquí hace 2 semanas. Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Congratulations. You have just finished an introduction, a very exciting introduction to a language. It gives you practical and functional use of the language in such a short period of time, in a matter of hours, and not weeks or months or years. And it also gave you enough very useful vocabulary, and more than that, an understanding of language, an understanding of how to formulate not only your own thoughts and express yourself, not in memorized sentences, but also give you a sense of vocabulary, a sense of making a distinction between the richness of the English language that consists of Germanic, Anglo-Saxon, and French, Spanish, Italian, and to know and to have discovered how you can guess what in English is of Anglo-Saxon origin and what is of French and Latin origin, which gives you a vocabulary of thousands of words. There should be no problem for you to express yourself and to experience the excitement of being able to express yourself in another language, and in the use of the language in conversation and also reading, to see how you can enlarge your vocabulary and get more and more excited about it. I hope that it will have given you great excitement in the experience of learning that can be applied not only to language learning, but to all learning. And I want to share that with you because it gives me excitement. Thank you.
End of recording 8.